Hi. It's yapping time, aka lads time, aka help me plan ideas because I need to do something for Halloween and I don't know what to do. Um, Hello. I'm fine. I'm fine. Um, actually, you know what? We won't think about that. Ooh, add in progress. Worst time for me to do this. I forgot about that thing. Lugar no se puede esconder. I'm so bad at noticing like when ads are going, because I mean to whenever ads are going, I mean to like take a break and just like pause the game. But then that's bad for the bot. But no one's watching that, so it's fine. No puedes a tu mente, allá voy. Parecer, digo todo lo que siento. Mi vida cambio yo. Hi, hi. It is the 21st. 10 days to Halloween. 10 days to Halloween. Oh my god. Oh my god. And we've only done one horror game. Dead Space. My friends currently we're trying to plan something to do Halloween Day, and I think all of us are just kind of out of ideas. You know what I mean? Like none of us like really we don't go out. My mom, she was like, "Are you gonna go do something with the girls?" Blah blah blah, and I was like, "Do you want me to? do you do you do you want me to do that?" Hi Quill. I guess dance. I Here's the funny thing. Um, I completely thought we were supposed to do Persona 3 today, so I had a whole different title, whole different like tweet set up. um and then I looked at the schedule and I was like, "Oh, it's Yap session today, not Persona." Um and I was like, "Whoops, got to switch that around." Um it was like I saw the Aegis dance because I specifically picked like, "Will we get Aegis social link" as like the title? And I was like, "Fuck, it's not Persona time." It's not Persona time, not yet. Um, I was like, that's a little funny. But yeah, I'm having trouble figuring out what the heck to do for Halloween. It's 10 days till. What do we do? What do I do? More specifically, because I know my friends want to do something, right? But I have this this bleyghtober thing. I mean, they don't really know about that, so like I don't really care. If they know or not, you know what I mean. Uh, so I'm just like, we have to figure out our plans so that I can stream. I'm literally just sitting here. I'm like, wait a second. I need to figure out plans now so I can stream something because I wanted to stream a horror game on the 31st, and I wanted it to be like I didn't know what horror game to do, but I wanted it to be like maybe a bunch of different indie horror games, like tiny like chill ones. You know, I was gonna have this whole thing, okay? And I was like, maybe I'll dress up and we do like face cam horror games. So now I need to figure out if they actually want to do something. Or hear me out, Outlast. Here's the thing. I would completely suggest doing a horror game, all three of us, if 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 one of them didn't had a computer. One of them has a freaking MacBook. So horror games are out of the question. But anyway, I would just be like, yeah, why don't we all just stay home and do horror games and we just play online together? Because I don't really want to go out. We could do something else the day of, but I would be like, you know, I could do Outlast solo, the original game. But you said Outlast, and I was like, Outlast Trials always looks so fun and terrifying at the same time. But yeah, watching y'all play Outlast Trials would be great. That would be awesome if someone had a PC. I'm not mad. I'm not mad because a PC is a big ass for someone to have, okay? Especially when they plan to travel. I just wish they did have one. I could is there like any duo horror games? Because I could ask Ink if they wanted to. We got an event in Trials today, actually. Really? Ooh, I don't have the game because no friends. Um, it always looked interesting. Is Outlast a good horror game? I've heard much about it. Here's the thing. I've seen someone play through a bit of Outlast, and it looks like one of those goofy horror games. It does not look serious at all. But maybe it was because the person I was watching had white girl music playing as they were being chased, and it was really funny. Uh, First game's pretty good. Okay. Here. Here. Outlast games. I'm just every time you guys suggest something, I have to remember to put it in the little suggestion channel. What am I gonna do? Outlast games, first one, or Outlast? I'm just gonna put Outlast games. Outlast Trials and Outlast. That'd be fun. I still have Dead by Daylight to play too. To be fair. I still have that thing. I wanna play. Oh, someone just suggested something. I don't know how I feel. Okay, here's the thing. It's getting cooler. It's getting colder time. But I've said this before. I live in a hot area. Wait, how much do you dislike everything? What do you mean? Dislike what? Abyssal? I'm scared. What do you mean? Let me turn down the music. I feel like the music's a little loud. I feel like such a party pooper. I just like going outside. Because Alien Isolation with the mic. Oh god. Wait. Fuck. You know what's so sad about that game? I saw it on sale and didn't get it like months ago. I saw it like on sale for like a crazy amount and didn't get it. Fuck. But that sounds like a good Halloween Day horror game. You know what I mean? Like that sounds so good for Halloween Day. With the mic activity, I would hate that. I would actually hate that. But I like it when things are like, themed. I would actually hate playing it. You're onto something there. Aren't there other games with like voice activity too? We're not. It's real hard. Phasmophobia is one. Ooh, Phasmophobia and its clones. Yeah, I guess Phasmophobia does react to your voice, huh? I've never played. It's real hard. It was just real funny. My friends are like texting in the group chat because I sent this text a little too close to stream time and I wasn't expecting them to all be, available and ready to respond. I was expecting to hear back from them like tomorrow. So like Conrad's Paranormal, Demonologist, and Forewarned. I've seen Demonologist. I don't like that one too much. Like I've seen people play it. Wasn't super interested. Conrad's Paranormal, never heard of that one. Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI. Ooh. This one looks a little goofy too. Forewarned? I know there's one, I think there's literally one called Silence. Oh, I've seen people play Forewarned. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't know why. Something about it wasn't like, didn't hit the brainworms right. Isn't there one like literally? No, not Silence. There's a game called Silence though, and it looks very pretty. Don't Scream, if I remember, is another one. I think I've heard of Don't Scream. Oh yes, I've heard of this one. I saw clips of people doing this, and they're like, just like hands over their mouth, just like, oh my god, stop. But not really like, but you a liar. I forget it. Say innocence, not innocence. Sorry, friends texting. Yeah, it was so funny because there was someone's like, we're not very social. It's kind of hard to think of all Halloween stuff we do. Imagine going to a college party. It was, and immediately the other person's like, nope. Like, yeah, that's who we are. We're we're literally just the chill people. My mom. The reason I'm bringing this up is because like my mom was like kind of interrogating me earlier. She was like, "So, you guys doing anything for Halloween?" And I was like, I don't know. Probably. Do you want me to?" And she's like, I mean, I don't really want you to, but like, you could. She was like, I never went to a college party, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. She's like, you could go to the club. I'm like, do you know who you're talking to right now? Do you do you know who you're talking to right now? A club? Me? Val. Bley. At the club? You mean Club Escapade? I did not say that. But it was like I was just literally looking at her. I was like, I am not I'm not a persona protagonist. I don't just go out and do things. As Key and Peele clip once said, the club. They suggested doing something where I'm like, I don't really want to do that. And the other one's perfectly all for it. And I'm like, do I go with the flow? Or do I not go with the flow? Um, that's really my thing right now. Oh my god. Oh, it's more expensive than I thought it'd be. I probably just go with the flow, right? Because I don't have any better ideas. I'm just like, can you imagine me at a club, not in a video game? You know what I mean? I was just like sitting there. I'm like, I can't even like imagine myself at a club. I've never been able to since I was a child, since I was young. Um, I've always been like, nah, not my lifestyle. Mm, I think I go with the flow. It's fine. I should do things that are outside of my comfort zone. This is how I tell myself things. I do things that are outside of my comfort zone. It's okay. My only problem with it is it's literally outside. That's the only thing I don't like. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna get off that conversation because it seems like they've decided. I think on Friday, I think instead of doing like Dead Space or something, I think on Friday I kind of want to get ingredients to make like that grave cake. You guys remember those pictures? We were like looking up like the Halloween desserts. I kind of want to make the graveyard cake. However, I don't know how to make it. Like I don't know how to go about making that graveyard cake. Well, I know how to make the dirt. Obviously, that's easy. That's just Oreos, right? But the graves themselves, do I like print out pictures? You know? Do I and try to mold them out of like fondant? So that could be good. Or do I like try to pipe them? I don't think I could pipe them. If I tried to pipe, I could try to pipe bones and stuff. I think on Friday, I kind of want to make like a IRL stream of just like making a Halloween dessert. I think I can do like Halloween cupcakes, like a couple of them, like a small batch. So you can have a bunch of different graves on cupcakes. I think that'd be kind of cute. Um. Oh yeah. Hope you prove me wrong. Hope you prove me wrong. Mm-hmm. And never leave that fantasy far before it falls. I've been trying to tell my friends who ain't that into me, but I hope they prove me wrong. Also, you know what's funny? As like my friends were talking in the group chat, I realized how much of like I say stuff as I type. So I was like, okay, don't say anything. In my head, I was like, I started saying stuff and I was like, wait, stop. It was like, ooh, we can't be doing that. I had to like focus there for a second. I had to stop thinking about it. I'm also not as much of a multitasker as I thought I was. I thought I was one. I really only focus on one thing. It's ain't that into me, but you prove me wrong. Oh, that's good. I say stuff out loud as I type so I can make sure it doesn't sound dumb or see if its tone comes out the way I want it to. That might be why I do it. I just think I like do it subconsciously, right? Mm. I do it internally sometimes though. I type so fast my brain can't keep up. No, I have to say it all out loud for some reason. Like I'm not I can't not for some reason. I mean, I can like do it internally, right? But it feels wrong. It feels wrong. Mm-hmm. 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 Like if I want to not okay, I went quiet there because I was literally typing. If I want to not say it, I literally have to be silent. I can't speak. Also, I just start saying stuff. Mm. Um, but we figured out plans for Halloween Day, so now I can figure out how to. Well, we haven't figured out meetup times, but I can figure out a stream around it. Because I will be damned if I miss Bleyghtober by one day. Because I've been doing such a great job. Also, this is the 21-day check-in. Right? This is the 3-week period, the 3-week mark of streaming every single day. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And 21 days straight. Maybe I'm more strong-willed than I thought. There are also like short streams, which I think is really helping a ton. And I have a plan every time I want to go. I want to go live. So. Yep, just over halfway there. Yeah. 10 days to Halloween. 10 more days of Bleyghtober. Damn. 10 more days of Bleyghtober. Just 10. Also, I went to a bakery near me earlier today. I literally had like max like 10 minutes to get in and out of it because I didn't really have time to go to it. I just wanted to go to it. And they had the cutest Halloween themed desserts. Oh my god, they were so cute. It was simple stuff, right? It was like a mummy, which, you know, they just put frosting all over something and then they put eyes and like, you know, they put a black background eyes and then they put frosting to look like wraps. Really simple. And then they put like a spider. They made a spider out of frosting on the other one. They had a little heart with bat wings, and it was like a Dracula heart thing, and it had little fangs on the heart too. It was so cute, and I barely had time to like really look and like pick out what I wanted. So I got just one thing. I got two things. I couldn't help myself. And they were good. They were very good. One was like a matcha Oreo, and then the other was a pumpkin spice latte, you know, flavor one. It's like, yeah, I like these. It was so cute, and I was like, I do want to make my dessert, so I want to do a Halloweenish. And the heart with the little Dracula fangs. I didn't think about that before. That's such a cute idea. You know? With like just the Dracula, the fangs and little bat wings on the back of it. That was so cute. That was so nice. So I just gush about that one a little bit because it was cute. And then I saw for a split second, I saw on their door that they were hiring. And I was like, oh, you know, I'll like look it up online. They don't have any online applications. I think it's like an email one. I don't want to do that. I don't. Why can't you have an online application? Why don't jobs have online applications? The ones I want, at least. I don't think I get it either way, so maybe I'll look tomorrow. See what it's all about. Maybe I'll rack up the courage to go do it. But I was like, a baking job. Oh my god. The only type of part-time job I'd want. And I say this too, because yesterday I got a TikTok. I don't know if anyone's seen these they're more YouTube shorts. I saw it on YouTube shorts. But there's this person who's on like the subways of New York, I think, and they just like interview people on the subway, and it's a little short, being like, "What's your take?" Has anyone seen those? I feel like they're very popular. They're pretty interesting though. Sometimes they'll be more serious. Sometimes they're just like, you know, throwaway takes, right? And I'm just like, okay, it's fun. Someone had a take of like, I think everyone from the ages of 16 to 20 has to be, they worded it in a funny way, and I don't remember the way they worded it, but the basic premise was, you must be drafted into a restaurant part-time job. You have to, when you're 16 to 21, you have to work a restaurant job. You have to work a customer service job. But they were like specifically restaurants. And I was like, oh damn. And I was like, you know what? This isn't a bad idea. But as someone who passed that 16 to 20 mark, I would not have wanted that. I would not have wanted that. You know, I'm like, ooh, I kind of like skip past that. But I understand how it's like, you know, it's formative. It's building. Because 17, I did have a restaurant job, and I hated it for 6 days. It was very formative. It was like, yeah, you're never getting a restaurant job ever again. Don't ever do it. No. Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed, putting me on repeat and she in your head. Sorry, I like your idol plays and I have to sing along. Um, but there's another part of her take that I was like, I don't know that I agree with this, but maybe I'm the bad friend, right? And she said, you can tell when people haven't worked at a restaurant job because they're all about like splitting the bill like right then and there instead of just splitting it evenly and like sending money to each other. And I was like, okay, I do see for like server, like waitresses and stuff, like waiters and waitresses, it's better if you don't like ask them to split the bill and you just like do it yourselves. I get that. Um, I was like, splitting it evenly? Is that something people do? And I was like sitting there, I was like, damn, I fucked up then. if that's like if that's like common courtesy, I fucked up. Because I didn't know you were supposed to do that. I thought you just like pay for your own stuff. Right? To be fair, I've only went out with friends like a couple times. Hello, hello. We're just yapping. Depends on the group, I guess. And yeah, hi. We're just yapping. Um, about splitting the bill because I saw a short and she was like, you should split it evenly with a group. And I just like, I was like, I don't agree with that, but if that's like what you're supposed to be doing, maybe it's okay. Maybe I should be doing that, and maybe I'm the wrong one. And then I opened the comments, and everyone's like, I agree with most of her take except the last part. Welcome in, Foxy. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to finish my thought. Don't mind the extra words. I'm tweaking with right. Yeah. You're good. You're good. Read, I'ma be your idol. I was like, fuck. Is this something I should ask next time? Like I'm out with friends and like do we split it evenly or do we like just pay what we want? How's you, Miss Blake? I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Hope I wrote it right. You did. You did. No worries. Once you get the world on fire, hey, don't you know I'm gonna save you? Hmm. Yeah, I'm having a great day. I feel like the last couple days, I haven't really been able to yap. So it's my yapping time. Um. Oh, also yesterday, Honkai Starl, just a little bit of yap about Honkai. Um, the trivia section of Honkai yesterday was good. I want to hear a song but can't because of work. Can you play it for me? Sure. Sure. If it's a good song. Wanted, I'm just being honest. Oh, but yeah. Yesterday, Honkai, the tribute section where I was like, I was gonna end before the tribute section started, right? And then I was like, wait, this is too interesting. I want to keep working. I want to keep playing. That whole section of the dolls and like her past memories, not being able to like remember them, and being like, I don't remember this, but this feels familiar. Are these and like her like losing her memories? Eat spit, slush puppy. That's a crazy song. That's crazy. I don't know what that is. You don't have to if you don't wanna. Yeah. I feel like you're all okay somehow. Yeah, not my type of music. Sorry. I usually take suggestions though, so if you have another song, it's fine. This one's a little too explicit for me. I'm on my mind with the truth. Good luck. Have fun. Yeah, no problem. It's a bit. Yeah, sorry. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Oh yeah, I was saying, and then that animation of Tribby. Sorry, I'm yapping about Honkai because I'm starting like the story of Honkai a little bit, and I didn't really get to say much yesterday, so I've kind of like let it stir, and it's really interesting. This part in Amphorius, this is like this world we're doing, and that Tribby section of the like that whole animation scene, the whole sequence, I think they did it really really well, and I was like, damn, damn, just like everything about it, her whole like lore. I feel like Tribby's becoming like my favorite Chrysos heir because she's so interesting. I didn't know that like I wasn't exactly sure how they were gonna do the because Tribby is like three different people, right? I didn't know how they were gonna like do that. I assumed soul splitting. I'm glad I was correct on that. I didn't know that they were gonna have her basically reverse in age. That's awesome. Like so sad, but so awesome. Um, yeah, and there's all that. I'm sad though. Trian and Trippy, like they, oh, their time's running out. I don't like that. Um, and also have not been working on new art. My bad. I haven't really gotten much done since the last time. Die. Hmm. Yeah, I haven't gotten any new stuff done on the art. I think I just kind of like reached a part where I was like, I don't know how to do this next part. I wonder. What I think would be a fun game to play though, um, there's so many games that I think are so fun, but I'm like, I don't know how fun I can make it. um, but I was like, mm, just like obviously there's like Repo, Phasmophobia, Lethal Company, all of those like horror s games, but those are all like with friends. So I'm like trying to think of like that type, but solo. I've also been like, I want to finish Dead Space first though before I start a new game. Um, Dead by Daylight definitely have to do sometime next week. I think like 100% Dead by Daylight sometime next week. They also haven't logged into Final Fantasy in forever. I feel bad, but I'm on my Honkai and Persona grind, not my Final Fantasy grind. Also, I'm seeing like Twitch has just been weird lately. I'm not gonna get super deep into the Twitch stuff, but it has been increasingly weird on the platform lately, and I feel like TwitchCon did not help at all. If anything, it just made it way worse. So I'm just like, I don't think it's ever gonna get to the point where like I just don't know. Also saw some discourse about IRL streamers and like people being like, worst thing to happen to Twitch. And I'm like, yes. Um, overall, you're probably right because there are a lot of people that were like, oh, IRL streaming's a thing. And then they took that and they kind of ran with it. And it's become this like weird thing now. Where random. Okay. A lot of social media, a lot of Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all these types, right? They thrive off of negativity. They thrive on, discourse, people being mean to one another. Um, Even if it's just not mean, but like just beef or being crazy. I don't know how to really describe it, but it thrives off of that conflict, right? And so obviously IRL streaming was gonna come with conflict. Like we saw it with TikTok, and they had all the interviews, and people got so mad about like the because TikTok had a point in time where like literally everything was like street interviews, and they still do street interviews now, but I feel like they're so much more tame. It's not even just street interviews; it's like pranks on random strangers, like a bunch of stuff. And I feel like they just took that energy and they brought it to IRL streaming, which I do dislike. I saw that whole conversation happening. I was like, yeah, all right. I like IRL streams because I like seeing a different part of the world that I probably will never get to see, right? I like my Japan streams. I like Tokyo streams. I like, different countries, like people just walking around a city and doing fun stuff, right? But those kinds of streams are only fun if someone is respectful and nice and like they have something to like, do something to showcase. A lot of these IRL streamers, they kind of just go live and then they talk to random strangers and expect things and expect a reaction. And that's all they want to do is they want to get reactions out of people so like they can make clips and then be super popular and be embroiled in controversy and get even more popular. Because unfortunately, lots of people tend to watch the people who make controversial stuff. I don't know why. I just don't get it. But they do. Yeah, but it's always funny when the random passerby just tells them to piss off. That is very funny. I will not disagree. However, I do think it does more harm than good. Though it is very funny. And oh my god. Here's the thing. I say this too because there's this one clip going around of like this person streaming TwitchCon and they come up on these other two streamers. I don't think they know that they're streamers, but and they like it's a guy, the streamer's a girl, all right? And she's very pretty, very attractive. And he gets upset that he gets rejected. And I just have to sit there and go, what'd you expect, my guy? You weren't being very, very cool. It's also a con. They have places to be, right? Like, why are you upset? And it just like, it blew up online. Like so much. And I was like, oh my god. But these girls, they held their ground. Like they didn't even do anything like outright. Like they didn't even say anything mean in person. And I was like, I know you can't in real life. Like it's unsafe. But damn, I wish IRL streamers could get told off more. Right? Like I wish they weren't the only ones with guts. I wish the random people had more guts too. But most people aren't like that. Most people are pretty chill. I'm like, this is a problem. Herein lies the issue. No one tells these people to fuck off. And people keep watching. They keep commenting. They keep watching. I'm one of them. Like I never watch the clip. I don't interact with any of the tweets because it doesn't deserve my time. I see people talking about it more than I like see people see the actual thing. I was like, there's also a bunch of other TwitchCon stuff that was like insane and just highly like unacceptable. Like I don't know if you know, VTubers have meet and greets, right? And obviously they're not there in person, but they're on this little computer screen, right? they threw away the gifts that people got for the VTubers. And like, I guess because they're not there to accept it in person, they like thought, oh, we'll throw it away. And it's like, what made you think that was okay? Like, what part of your... And it was purely like the TwitchCon stuff, not any of like, you know, the VTuber stuff themselves. I've even heard of like some of like the people attending the event to make sure like the meet and greets were going good, grab some of the items before they got thrown away, but they didn't know it would get thrown away, right? They themselves may not be there, but usually managers are. Yeah, right? Like they have managers or like people like that are just there to like help and assist, because obviously I feel like with those type of meet and greets, it's hard to just do everything remotely. You kind of need to have someone there in person to act as your like stand-in, right? But I was just like, how do you think like it's okay to throw away a gift just because they're not there in person, right? That's like my thought process. If that's the reason that they threw them away, like, how do you think that's okay? Obviously, they planned for this. Like, no one does a meet and greet and doesn't plan for gifts. All right, if you're popular enough to have a meet and greet, you are popular enough to receive gifts, okay? And you need to have a plan for that. And even if you don't have a plan for it, you gotta make one. So, and I also get like gifts can be unsafe, right? 100%. But that's why there's managers, there's people that they know to check them and make sure it's all okay before they, you know, send it to them. But I was just like, that's highly unacceptable. That was the most crazy thing I think I've ever heard of. Like the Emeru thing, 100% unacceptable. It's like, you know, out of this, like that should never have happened. Unfortunately, that's like an issue. I think that's a possibility anytime a streamer is in a public space. This, however, the gift stuff, there's no excuse, and there's no excuse for the Emeru stuff either. However, it's just like, it's more, I guess, expected, which is really sad, in a bad way to put it. But anyway, it was just all that, and I was like seeing so much like Twitch stuff, and I just like, the internet's a wonky place lately. I'm not really vibing. not really having fun. Ooh, why'd the chat reconnect? Oh, bitrate's been a little wonky today for some reason. Sorry about that. Not to mention the unmasking of VTubers. What? I didn't even hear about that. I did not hear about that. Oh, wait, I heard something a little bit. They were like, oh, you can't have a mask on to like identify. And I heard someone being like, oh, I'm faceless. I don't want to do it right here. Can we do it somewhere else? I heard that. I did not know it was more than just one person. That's crazy. Why would you do that? And it's not even VTubers are the only ones that are like faceless, right? There are a bunch of streamers that just don't have like an avatar that are faceless. Why would you do that? What's wrong with you? Especially VTubers though, because a lot of VTubers I feel like the majority of VTubers are women, right? And unfortunately, when you're a woman streamer, the odds of you having stalkers is much higher, right? That's why I said like the Emeru situation, like it's crazy, should never have happened. However, it's kind of expected, is because like she's a woman streamer. The odds of her having a crazy fan who will do something like that is so much higher than another streamer. And it's just like, to unmask VTubers, it's really... Well, you said the thing, Emery's situation is crazy. I said the thing. No, because that's the one thing like I feel like everyone's talking about, because it's so crazy, right? Like it's so bad. Because why did it happen? Like I'm baffled that it could even be happening. That's why. I'm just sitting here in my room. I'm like, How incompetent are these motherfuckers? Anyway, um, sorry. I'll stop. Um, it's just like so many things happened at TwitchCon this year that I just like, and it also makes the FOMO go away. True. At least the one that happened at the Game Awards was funny and nobody got hurt. What happened at the Game Awards? I'm not privy to this one. There was also a clip of this dude proposing like with a ring pop that was unopened um at a meet and greet to like some people, to a VTuber, that went viral. Someone saying, "Oh, this creepy guy, blah blah blah," and everyone who interacted with him had to be like, "Hey, he was the most respectful, nicest person about this. It was just a funny bit," and he left right away. And I'm like, damn, it's gotten to the point where people are trying to make situations to get mad at because they want to capitalize off of all the clips and stuff. I'm like, that's what I hate. Ugh. A few years ago, some teen snuck on stage when Elden Ring was getting an award, and he said some stupid shit. It came out of nowhere and it made no sense, but it was funny. Oh, I think I remember that. I think it was also said it was a meme within their community, you know? Oh, yeah. They said it was a meme. The proposal thing was like, it was just a funny bit. It was not anything serious. Right? I remember that. Didn't you say like, you said wild stuff. um, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I do remember that happening. And that's funny because what they did, right, was they didn't harass anyone. You know, like they came up and they take a mic and they do something, you know. It's not harassment or anything like crazy. I feel like that's why you can like look over it. Not the jacket, I just meet the light instead. And I just like, also I like the streaming IRL at cons. I think those are really fun because like, you know, I don't get to go to cons. I don't have that kind of like ability, right? It's just the fact he snuck on stage and nobody really asked if he was even meant to be there. How easy was it to sneak on the stage? That's crazy. I like the streaming IRL at cons, but I do always worry whenever you stream IRL at like these places. Like, oh, what conversations could you be eavesdropping on unintentionally? Like, what conversations could you be putting out to the world that maybe they don't want you to hear? Or like faces that people don't want to be seen with, things like that. And it's just, I think if you go, it is a Twitch con, right? So obviously it's all about streaming. And I think you need to go with that like mindset of like, oh yeah, IRL streaming is a thing. This and that could happen, blah, blah, blah. But it also just feels like, I don't know, from just like the viewer standpoint of it, it does kind of feel like sometimes these people have no time to be offline. um but it is a convention and I feel like the convention should be about the fans more than it is about the streamers themselves. I would never go to a TwitchCon because it feels like the only use you'd get out of it is being either being a streamer, networking with other people, or you're just a really, really like, you're a mega fan of like a lot of different creators and you just really want to meet them and you have that like drive, right? Other than that, there's like no real point in going for me. But I do like seeing booths. I do think it's like fun to walk around. So I don't think like IRL streaming as its whole is bad. I just think, unfortunately, a couple of bad apples does ruin the whole bunch. Does make everyone want to call for no IRL streams anymore. And that's really sad. I think it's really sad. I think one of the best things about the internet is being able to share things with others who can't experience them. IRL content has existed since YouTube vlogging way back. Yeah, I think the difference here though is the I think what scares people about it is the fact that it's unedited, live, and there's no going back. You know? But back then it wasn't live to huge audiences with some with rabid fan bases. Yeah. Like, the scary thing about IRL streamings versus like vlogging and stuff is I feel like with vlogging, maybe I didn't see enough vlogs, but I feel like most people were pretty respectful about it. Obviously, there's bad people all the time, but they'd like blur faces, or I've seen a couple vlogs that blurred faces, which I'm like, you should do that. If you film people, I feel like you should blur their faces. Especially if you didn't ask for that. That's like a personal thing. Or like they'll like mute conversations that are happening in the background and like do voiceover. At least the vlogs that I've seen usually would do that. Just like live streaming, however, there's like no going back. You know, you hit the record button, you kind of you're stuck in it. I think like people who don't have that choice kind of get taken away from them. And also, I feel like live streams, you're right, like rabid fan bases. The people who have, okay, no offense to them, I don't know any of these people that have thousands of viewers that do the and if you're a big creator, man, I don't know what that one is referencing, but these huge creators that have like thousands of viewers, right? I don't know any of them, okay, that do these like IRL streams. They have fan bases that are just staunch defenders. And I just have to sit here and look at them like, what'd you do for this? Like, 'cause I just don't get it. Like, why do people defend so hard? He's just like a streamer cryptid who shows up to people walking around live streaming, hands them a Dr. Pepper, and just walks away. Wait, that's funny. I like that. That's a good bit. Mm-hmm. It just walks around to people who are actively live streaming and just be like, Dr. Pepper. That's funny. I see, like, those bits are fun, right? And I just don't think, like, as a whole, IRL streaming needs to be, like, taken away. I feel like there should be more restrictions on it, but also if we started restricting, if Twitch started restricting, like, things like that, it's a slippery slope. I feel like, unfortunately, I feel like I'm not the type of person that really has an answer for what can be done. Do you think there needs to be? I just think the etiquette around it needs to be better, and I feel like people need to really just stop supporting people who are terrible people. But when's the internet ever done that? You know, when's the internet ever done that? Also, this is like not IRL streaming at all. It's a whole other like um bracket of content. I don't watch a lot of K-pop stuff. I'm not super big into K-pop things. DW, it's just business. I'm not big into K-pop. I keep getting a bunch of K-pop, tweets for some reason. It keeps appearing on my For You page, Twitter, TikTok, Shorts. I'm not super mad about it. It's kind of interesting. But there was this event for breast cancer awareness. Bunch of K-pop people went. And I think not just like K-pop, I think like just Korean celebrities. Very big. And I just keep seeing so much about this event because it was supposed to be for breast cancer awareness. It was supposed to be a serious like charity event. It looks like a party. It looks like they're all just partying together. And the tone around it is so unserious. And I was just like, this is like the era that we're in now. Because let's be real, charity events hosted by like these popular like people who are like millionaires who make a ton of money, they've always been just parties. They like a lot of them are not really serious, unfortunately, right? But now people take clips and videos and they like record it and it's live for people to see. Right? And so now everyone's like kind of like seeing like the truth of it all, I guess. And it's real sad. But it's also like, yeah, some things just never change, you know? Like people, I was like, it's not my area. I I don't have a bias. I'm not a stan, so I don't can't comment too much on it. But it is kind of just like I'm just thinking about it in my head of like if it was a streamer event, right? And it was a whole about like donating and doing charity, and a bunch of streamers are invited to this event, and none of them like barely any of them like raise money for like the amount of money that they make, and it's just a big party and not really about like the charity itself. I'd be so pissed. That's what I'm equating it to. I'd just be like, because that's so unacceptable. I just You were just doing this in broad daylight now is what I literally thought of when I saw all this stuff about W Korea. Like everyone, we're just chill to have this all be public. We're gonna record it, we're gonna upload it, we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna say, you know what, we'll be pieces of shit for everyone to see. I was like, damn, okay. People just don't care anymore. It's a very sad thing, but they just don't care. I feel like they used to be better at hiding it. You know what's so funny? Is like maybe I'm crazy. I feel like bad people used to be better at hiding that they were bad people. And now we got like some of the biggest streamers being like terrible to people. Just and like, asking out girls and then getting upset when they get rejected, and that's streamed to thousands to see, and said, maybe that's okay. That's okay for them to do. And acting like she's like the worst person in the world just because she rejected somebody. I don't see much of this stuff, but it is kind of disheartening whenever I do. I just need shame brought back into people's lives. I really want shame brought back to people because some of these people don't have shame, and I really think they need a big dose of it. Um. Anyway, that's enough for that segment. I just like I've seen so much of it. I kind of wanted to comment on it. All things said, there are good things to come out of TwitchCon. Maybe I wasn't there, I wasn't watching, but some people had good times, and I think that's good. Right? I saw like some of the people I watched, like they had streams, and it was a good time. I don't know that I don't. Hmm. And one of my favorite things seeing is like even if I don't watch this like creator like VTuber or whatever, I love seeing clips of like fans meeting a streamer. It is the most cutest like wholesome thing ever. And it's then I'm like, oh, especially with like they make like a gift or something. That's especially like, oh my god, oh my god, that's so cute. Restore my hope in humanity a little bit. Me too. Sorry. I started thinking about something else. My brain kind of went blank because I finished my rant. I finished what I had to say. I swear, I feel like I'm chronically online, and then I just like I get doused with like reality of like, no, you're not, because who are these people? I scrolled my Twitch for a little bit. I'm like, who in the heck? I am not as chronically online as I think I am. And maybe that's a good thing. I should be less online. I'm too online. As it is. Akaku, 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 yurete. Anyway, it's time for me to do my lads dailies. I haven't done them today. We're gonna pivot from serious conversation to love and deep space. I'm also getting, you know what's so funny? I'm getting so much Dan and Phil content, and I didn't watch them. I'm not an OGer. I'm one of those people that are like, who are these people? Because I just didn't watch that. You know, honestly, I didn't watch much YouTube growing up. I kind of stayed in my lane of Minecraft. And didn't really go outside of that range. But since they, you know, revealed that, oh, they've been in a relationship for 16 years, I don't know how I know this. I've been getting so much content, specifically like, oh, after their announcement, I went back to look for clips and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, guys, why are you recommending this to me? I don't even know who these two are. I just thought that was funny. I was like, damn, okay. They looked at me, they went, oh, you're a yaoi shipper. Let me give you Dan and Phil content. Like, that's crazy. It's not just yaoi. It's everything, okay? Jesus. My For You page is a little freak. Like, all I do is like Don K, Don Salis, Don Blazer. Okay. Mighty and Fine on here and there. I haven't until literally all of my likes on my Twitter are like Don Hung, ex Trailblazer, Raphael. That is the majority. In between, there's like Ivan Till. There's a couple Friday. Okay. And then there's mangas. That's all I like. And for some reason, we keep hitting myself with Dan and Phil and TwitchCon stuff. I'm just like, have you seen my account? Where's my anime? To be fair, I am getting anime. There's an Dill. That's a great ship name. To be fair, I am getting anime because there's this anime that came out. It's an anime based off this manga. I saw years ago. I like kept seeing this manga like appearing, but I never watched it. I never read it because I think it was a little ecchi, and I don't like it when high schoolers are ecchi. Personal preference. Or fan, but I think the community decided on Phil. I feel like I've seen fan more as someone who isn't part of the community. I like Dill though. But maybe they decided against Dill because of, you know, Dilf. But I'm like, oh, Dill Pickle. I used to be eons ago. Eons ago. What's so funny? This isn't specifically about Dan and Phil. This is about every like YouTuber that has a relationship that they keep secret, and then they're like, surprise, we're in a relationship, and it's been like years, right? Not specifically about them, but it's so funny because here's the thing. I think everyone can tell that the chemistry is there, but they don't want to be freaks about it. Like normal people, okay? Specifically normal people don't want to be freaks about it, or like weird, or like, you know, maybe I'm thinking too much into this, so they don't like think too much of it, right? And then they get, and then they come out with the announcement, and those people that were like, I could tell, like the chemistry was there, blah blah blah. I was going crazy. I feel like that's a fair reaction. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes people get mad at that reaction of like, I knew it all along, blah blah blah. Like, obviously, like the parasocialism of I knew it all along is, there's a point where it goes too far. But regular people who are like, they'd make a great couple, right? Like just thinking in their head. Or maybe they're together, but they probably don't want people to know. Or like, there's a lot of chemistry here. Maybe they're dating. I don't care though. Those people being like, feeling a little validated when they come out and say like, oh, we're in a relationship. I feel like that's a fair reaction. A lot of people don't like those reactions. Look, sometimes people think they're slick and they're not really slick. I feel like the Dan and Phil, like they were very slick though. Specifically them. I think people gaslighted themselves so hard against them ever being a couple. That it kind of worked in like the opposite direction. This is really funny. I'm just like my favorite pastime is just watching communities I know nothing about, like fandoms, and seeing like their reactions just a little bit. When that episode came out, my feed was filled with Dan and Phil, and I do like watching fandoms. I do like just reading like what they're like. I'm a lurker. I was like, oh my god, we got duped for 16 years. I was like, that's really funny. It's like, yeah, you did. I'ma get up and take you down. I like sometimes also people gotta understand, like it's not always like parasocial to recognize that two people have great chemistry. You know what I mean? Like to be like, oh yeah, if they're a couple, like that would make sense because they're like this and this with each other on camera, right? I just don't think that's really parasocial. I think that's just, recognizing humans being humans. Because there's been a couple times where I've been watching like a creator or something, and I'm like, and then it gets confirmed that they dated briefly, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Um, it's not like a I knew it moment. It's more like a, yeah, it felt like it. It seemed like it. I think the parasocialism only starts when you start being weird about it. I think that's what people kind of don't understand. I feel like people have taken the word parasocial and kind of ran with it. Um, no, I think it's people being too invested into a creator's lifestyle, not just them like recognizing basic human stuff. That's a whole different topic though. I'll take you out, it ain't gonna stop. Up in this control and break out my heart. We taking and dying, dying. I'ma give up and take it down. Get down. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Okay, I finished dailies. Now I don't know what else to do. I don't have dailies. Oh, you know what? I need to do Honkai dailies. Oh my god. Get out of here. Open up Honkai for me. I haven't gotten any new outfits for Monday. This is a real shame. He's supposed to have Halloween costumes. And haven't gotten him any. I'm looking at the the drawing I was making. I did all the flat colors. So I'm just like, how do I go about the rest of it? I will shade it like I did the other, but I think it's just going to be a PNG tuber. So the only parts I really need to worry about being animated later are the head, not so much the body. So, though to be fair, a couple of PNG tubers have had animated bodies. Like they'll have like the arms moving slightly, and I'm like, that could be good. I'm just not that talented. Like I've never tried to do that before, so I feel like I should. For like my first one, I feel like I should keep it pretty stagnant. I want to know how they do that. Yeah, yeah, I would love to know how they do it. Honestly, I see tutorials and I'm like, how'd you do that? I still don't understand. Even if I see a tutorial, I was like, I'd love to see a tutorial. I wouldn't get it even if I did. I just, it's over. It's been over from the start. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry. I want to say it's probably something with live 2D. I feel like it could be, or they just like animate it themselves, like just the part of it, and they like make a and then they make a GIF. But I don't know how they do the PNG tubers like with so much animations. Sorry, I went oh my god because I've never seen this before. I just saw Jingyuan X Kalis fan art, and I was like, oh my god, and because like Jingyuan looks like he's from a manhwa. He looks like he's from a manhwa. No joke, no lie. And I was just like, oh, and then I was like, okay, like it's a little sus. And then I see the last part of the fan art. I'm like, oh, oh, never mind. Ooh, la la, 'cause ooh, you can have anyone else you wanted to, begging you. But yeah, I feel like there's this one person that did them. They had commissions open, right? But no job. Um, otherwise it would have been like an immediate because I love their art style too. Um, I don't remember their name, but I liked what they did because it was simple. It felt like maybe it was just two gifs and not like a live 2D thing. I know some people will have a PNG tuber, but they'll still use VTube Studio to track the blinking and the mouth movements. Right? So it'll still be like stagnant, like because mine moves a little bit. she moves a bit. Um, not the most. She doesn't up and down. She doesn't like doing up and down. Um, but some will have like a PNG tuber that's pretty stagnant and it'll just track blinking. I know that. My whole problem is VTube Studio itself, so I cannot use VTube Studio. Oh my god, also, I just need you all to see these nails that are like the prettiest things I've ever seen in my life. Come me vas a soñar, no va a cambiar. All right, it's like a Twitter post. Don't worry about it. um, it's heavily cropped because I crop my Twitter. I don't know why I do. But look at those. Look at them. Oh, I didn't like this video. What am I doing? I saved its bookmarks, but I didn't like it. Those are so pretty. Like, holy shit. I want those. I want them so bad. Look at it. And then obviously I saw it because someone quoted the tweet and said Raf MC. They were like, Raf MC would definitely have that. So when we get in those this is what I'm saying. Unfortunately, Lads MC does not have does not have customizable nails. Also, my we shouldn't scroll my bookmarks. Not yet. One day she will. I was like, oh, maybe I'll scroll my bookmarks. Nope. Nope. That's for me and my eyes only. That's one thing that won't be public. Look, I'm screwed if likes become public again. I'm just so it's so over if likes become public. Is all I will say. Oh, I forgot. I bookmarked this post that had like in like horror games, indie horror games that are under like $20. I was like, ooh, same. Gonna delete my account and start over. Yeah. You know what? No. I'm screwed, but I'm not deleting it. I stand by my likes. I stand by it. Just don't become public, please. But I'll stand by it, 100%. Mm-hmm. Look, I'm not a coward. All right. Yeah, there's a list of like good horror games. Here, let me see. Does it? Yes, it does a little bit. This was the post, and then these are the games. Can't see all of them though. Oh my god. I am, but that's because my sister follows me. So, ooh, why does your sister follow you? That's crazy. My sister's never funny. My well, to be fair, it's a public VTuber account. However, they don't watch streams or do anything. None of my IRL, the people that know me IRL, watch any of my stuff. So I'm safe. Hopefully. Ink only appears when there's Honkai on the menu. So I'm safe. Maybe. But yeah, there's speaking of games, Radio Light Demo, 10 Bells, Last Report, Cabin Factory, Unholy, Boba Tea Shop, Haunted Room, While We Wait Here, In the Facade We Trust, Shinkansen Zero. I think I've heard of that one already. False Dreams, Pools, Dolmare, Urayama, Simulacra, Simulacra. Nunholy is not horror. What is Nunholy? Look, I would vet these before I actually play them. Okay, don't worry. The Operator, Clea. Some people added some in the replies. Hades, but lewd. Right. N-U-N, holy. Oh wow, $6. Oh. Oh, I see. That is not a horror game. Good game though. You're like, that's not horror. Good game though. Yeah. Tonight, gang. Oh my god. This song's so lit. Congratulations. Maybe like this is slowly becoming my favorite Cat's Eye song. Something about gnarly is so fun to sing. Na 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 gnarly na 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 gnarly na 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 gnarly. Everything's gnarly. Like a bag of Takis. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. But yeah, okay. Non-Holy is a crazy one to have on this list. I think the dev made another game called Wedding Witch. Maybe wrong though, but has the same art style. Okay, let me go. It is the same dev. Wedding Witch. Oh! Okay. On the trailer, for the first thing you see on the trailer is big breast potion, small breast potion. And then when she takes the small one, they just become normal size. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god. Okay. Like, they're not even small. It's just like a normal person. It's like Slay the Spire and Vampire Survivors in one. Sorry. I just like that trailer killed me to watch that scene play out. Oh my god. I'm the shit. Na 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 na. I see the gameplay though. Yeah, Non-Holy is a wild choice to have on this list. Can you even play that on Twitch? I'll call myself out 100%. Abyssal, I'm scared to look at your Steam profile. You know, you scare me. You know what? Fair enough, though. You can. I've seen some people playing. No. No. No, the face is crazy. I'm tempted to now. Actually, I'm tempted to now that you've given me the go ahead. I'm tempted to, but also too scared. So black as it can be. Speaking of yaoi, sad yaoi song. I love this song. I really need to listen to, because the first time I watched the music video of Black Sorrow, I did like watch it with the captions, so I had it all translated, but I still don't remember all the translated versions, like the words. Listen, all I've got to say is going through my wish list. Good luck. Wait, can you see my wish list? I think you. Oh yeah, you can. You definitely can. Mine's fine though. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Mine is expansive. Here. I don't even know how to see people's profiles. I'm gonna be so real. Oh, friends. Yeah, I try to make mine look cute. Abyssal. I mean, you have a cute profile. I like the profile. I like the crow with the hat looking all menacing, and then you have the cutest little background. Sorrow, give me like sorrow. 105 games played. Terraria, Mod Loader, Outlast, Invasion, I think that says. And then you have Butt Slapper. A man of taste, Abyssal. And the last one. What is that one? I can't read what the last one says. I think Monster Hunter? I was like, you have all these great games, and then the fourth one is Butt Slapper. That's crazy. That's crazy. How do you see wish lists? Oh my god, my jaw just like cracked so bad. Should be at bottom of profile? Ah, I see it. I'm blind. Don't worry. Um, Disney Pixar Wally. I didn't know they had a game. Call of the Lamb. I've heard things about that one. Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls. Yeah. Words of the Fallen. Tevi. She looks cute. Chun. Chunch? I don't know how to say that one. Witchy Life Story. I'm not gonna read out all of them, don't worry. Shush, only your love can save them. Currently on sale. For $5. Oh, this looks like one of those like funny ones. This looks like an old one. Oh my goodness. Lego Batman 2 and 3, those are good picks. Believe me, we'd be here for a few hours if we read them all out. I'm saying I agree with the Lego Batman ones. I like a Lego game. Please be happy. What kind of title is that? Oh, that's a visual novel. Oh, that's angst. Oh, ooh. You know, you have like every type of genre, I feel like, on your list. It's like I see like obviously I see the sus ones, but then I see a bunch of other types where I'm like, oh my god. It's like every type of game. An all rounder. All rounder. Garden of Bonbon 4. That's the only Garden of Bonbon game I've seen. Sorry. Oh, 6. I see 6 now. Or is it Ban Ban? I think it's Ban Ban, actually. Bread and Fred? Oh, I would hate that. Good luck whoever you find to do that with you. mm, mm. Honestly, I feel like you have a huge list, by the way. I like see how tiny the little scroll wheel is. Holy shit. So many games. Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. Wait, you reminded me. When I was a kid, I kid you not, I started playing a Lego Star Wars game. Only 700 plus. Jesus Christ, Abyssal. But when I was a kid, I started playing a Lego Star Wars game, but my brother took away the Xbox, so I couldn't finish playing it. And it was the only Star Wars thing I liked. It was like the only version of Star Wars I did like. I was like, when I get my own computer, my own console, I'm gonna finish that Star Wars game, and I never did. Goat Simulator? Oh my god, a throwback. Oh my god, a YouTube throwback. Wait, this looks so cool. The graphics on this are crazy. I saw I believe it's a Chinese game called bloody spell. This looks sick on your wish list. I was like, wait a second. Untitled Goose Game. I kid you not, I had an obsession with this game when it came out. I watched like Markiplier's video on it, and I was like, oh my god, I love this goose. So I like watched a bunch of different playthroughs just because I love the game so much. Something about that goose, man. One Piece Odyssey? What the heck? Staring at my insides, waiting, knowing there's no staying. Can't remember why I try. Don't you lie, cause you're running out of time. Days with Ollie. That's a good one. Not your time. Anyway, I'll stop looking. You have like too many. There's like, oh my god, scrolling through all of these. I'm just gonna grab this scroll and go down. Holy, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It doesn't stop. Holy shit. And I feel like you're well-rounded, Abyssal. I feel like there's nothing wrong with your list, to be honest. Knowing there's no staying. Eden Zero? There's an Eden Zero game? I might like Eden Zero more if it was a game, to be honest. Mmm. Anyway, stop looking. Oh yeah, the thing that you saw on my profile is just my Steam Wrapped instead of all the games I do have. Ah, I see, I see. My profile is very boring. I can't wait to like. We have to like. Okay, we're we're at the year and a half of streaming. We're gonna hit the 2-year mark in May, right? So I'm wondering, like, at that point, what will my Steam like stuff look like then? You know, because that's really when I started using Steam really more. Boom, 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 boom. I forgot I had a I had a Yuri manhwa saved on my bookmarks because I'll save like manhwa or manga panels I see on Twitter to read later. I completely forgot about this one, and the reason why I saved it because there's literally it says, "Fortunately, she's a woman. Otherwise, I'd be rushing to take a pregnancy test." Mind you, nothing's happening. The girl just kissed her neck. That's it. Nothing else happened. Like, I don't know the full context of it, but damn. Why are you saying all that? I was like, this is the type of humor I like in my manhwas, though. Like, this is the type of characters I like. I was like, mm-hmm. And yeah, and then I have a bunch of new Don Hung stuff to read later after I've gotten catched up in this part of the story. Though I will say I've gotten spoiled on one part of the Don Hung stuff because I can't stop myself from reading like the first the first letter of something, the first like sentence. It was like it was a fan art that said, "No wonder Don Hung waited for Trailblazer," and I was like, I already had this feeling, like I'd already gotten slightly spoiled on it, but now you just like confirmed it, bro, bro. It's the 20th, right? So that prediction is old now. Oh, so okay, lads, Love and Deep Space. Here's the thing: the current banner event is a rerun of the Silas myth that I already got because it was like the first myth when I started playing the game, and so I wanted to get it, right. So I already have that one, so I'm not like tempted or anything to get him. But along with that, they have decided to rerun what the whole fandom calls the Oracle of Scams. And the reason we call it the Oracle of Scams is because what you can get in this event, what you could get in this event, are 3 4-star cards. All right. Xavier, one of Zane, one of Raphael. Or you could get 3 accessories, or some level up materials. All right. And the only way that you get any of this stuff is you spin this wheel to get like currency, right? So you have to pay currency to get any of like the stuff. You can pay currency to get the 4-star cards. And on this wheel, there's like the currency, and then there's also the 3 4-star cards. So you could possibly land on a 4-star card, or you could miss so much and get enough of like the wheel's currency to buy the card from the shop. Because if you miss the wheel, like you miss getting a 4-star card, you get like, I don't know what they're called, but it's something stupid. And I just like Oracle dice. Basically, it's like you spin the wheel. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 things it can land on. I think 11 or 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 things it can land on. It can land on one of the 4-star cards, one of the accessories, or it can land on different amounts of Oracle dice. And then you can use the Oracle dice in the shop to get any of that stuff, right? The reason we call it the Oracle of Scams is because to spin, you have to pay 100 gems. And it's just 100 diamonds, which is the thing that is the most finite. It is what you use to spend on tickets. So you can, do your regular gacha. And it's so not worth it to do this because it's 100 diamonds per spin. And to the amount of Oracle dice that you could get is 100, 50, 10, 25. To get one of the 4-star cards, just one of them, is 880 dice. So you'd need to do 8 spins minimum and get the dice 8 times of the 100, right? Or you can, possibly land on the one that you want. It's a real gamble, and it's really not worth it. After 150 spins, you can get a crate that lets you choose one of the 4-star cards. So it's like, it's just not worth it. But the gambler in me, who hasn't spent any gems lately because it's been like banner after banner of non-Raphael, I kind of want the Raphael stuff because I'm missing him. like I haven't had him in a while and I kind of want it. So the gambler in me is like, ooh, you could spin. You could do it. Devil on my shoulder is like, do it. You want this. And then the other one's being like, stop. We're going to get a multi soon. We're going to get a multi after this banner. They're going to hit you with the multi. Save your gems. Save your heartache. And then the other part is me like, do it. Waste the gems. Come on. You'll want them. It'll be worth it. And it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So I need to just not look at the events tab. But those odds are so like terrible. It's just ridiculous that they'd even like bring this back. They brought this back. Okay, so when this was first introduced, it was like when the game was like a couple months old, I think. And then they brought it back for the 1-year anniversary event. And then they bring it back again. And each time they've brought it, it's been introduced. People have been like, "This is a scam. This is not worth it. This is not worth your money, like your diamonds, your time." And they keep bringing it back, and I'm just sitting here like, why would you bring back something that like everyone across the board, fandom wise, agrees is terrible? Because even the like, not just like the Western fans, not just like the English speaking fans don't like it. The Chinese fans don't like it. They're the first ones to be like, bro, this is a scam. Don't do this. So across the board, the fandom does not like this thing, and they keep bringing it back. For what reason, I don't know. Like, you're gonna get any money out of this? Yeah, that's the current stuff. And then I don't know what the next banner is gonna be. It's probably gonna be a multi. They haven't done a multi in a while, and I feel like they're greedy, so they'll do a multi soon. Infold's a little greedy, so there'll be a multi soon. Also, I speak so. It was so funny. Even if like I were popular, right? I feel like I'd speak the same way. But like, I just think in my head sometimes, I'm like, you know, I'm kind of ruining any chance of a sponsored stream because of the way I talk about things. I'm like, it wouldn't happen in the first place. I'm nobody. I just like to, I like to feed my delusions sometimes, okay? Can you blame a girl for being slightly delusional? You can't blame them. I'm like, damn, I'm so critical of Infold and Love and Deep Space. I would never be like, not like a sponsor, but like, I know they do like creator stuff, like creator programs, because I've seen a bunch of them do that, right? I'm just like, yay, that would never happen to you. I feel like it'd be this way no matter what, though. I something about me needs to speak. Needs to speak my mind. I need to be honest, otherwise I die inside. To my own detriment. This is people would be like, "Oh, that's such a you're being so blah 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 blah." I'm like, that's such a good thing to be that blah 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 blah. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. Like, I wish I could lie. I'm sitting here opening Christmas presents and I'm being like, "Oh, I love it." With the most forced smile ever on my face, like, bro, you don't realize how bad it is until you have it. It's not that I don't like the gift, I just can't be excited for something I'm not excited about. Or like someone makes food or something and they ask my opinion on it and I'm like, do you want like what is it? Do you want commendation or do you want the truth? You know what I mean? It's just like I feel bad sometimes because I'm just like I can't fake it to save my life. And that's a good skill to have. Being able to fake it is a good skill to have. I don't think people realize that. Just saying. If you're able to fake something, kudos to you. That's awesome. I wish I was that way. A little bit more. So many streamers are able to do that. I actually don't know how they do it. Like watch people play sponsored games and I'm just like, how are you so good at pretending to like something? Because the sponsored game will be something so stupid. It'll be like It'll be Block Wars. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, how are you so good at pretending to have fun? Oh, it's easy? I don't get it. I just don't get it. This is why you'll know straight away when I'm like not liking a game. Because I can't fake it. Just imagine there's a big fat check dangling in front of your face the whole time. Here's the thing. I just don't think I would be able to, even if there was a big fat check in front of me. You know what I mean? Like, it'd have to be a substantial amount. A good amount. And I'm sure Block Wars isn't paying that much. Are they? This is what I gotta tell myself whenever, like, if I have a school presentation or something. It's be like, all right, think of the job you'll get after successfully completing the STEM major. The STEM job is great. The STEM salary. Just think about it. All I have to do is pretend to like raid Shadow Legends for fat stacks. Count me in. Here's the thing. A sponsored thing. This is like never happening. But if I were to ever do it, either one, I'd actually really like the game, or two, I got paid a shit ton. There's no in between. And I feel like everyone would know. Like, even if I got paid a lot of money, like, I just don't think I could fake it. Unfortunately, when you're popular, you have the parasocial fans who realize, like, oh, their tone of voice was a little bit different. I think they were a little uncomfortable during this moment. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, fuck. You know, I think about that sometimes. I think about like the streamers who have those fans who are like, oh, his face was like scrunched up in this way, and so maybe he was a blah blah blah. And like the few times that they're right, they're probably thinking in their head like, fuck, why did you guys catch on to that? Like, why did you notice? You weren't supposed to notice. A number. I'm getting cold. It's not even just like Rage Shadow. It's so many things. And like I see people doing it for a bunch of games. All right, Honkai. Okay, okay. Hoyo Games sponsor so many creators. I've seen many a creator play Honkai because I like Honkai, so I like watching a streamer I like play Honkai. I know their asses are pretending to like it because they only play it whenever they have a sponsored segment. You know what I mean? It's like if you genuinely enjoyed it, right? I don't think you'd be waiting for your manager to secure the bag before you played the new patch, right? Or am I crazy? Like, obviously, if you know you could possibly get like your manager to get you a sponsored thing, and you do like the game already, like obviously do that. Like, why wouldn't you do that? That's being dumb at that point. But there are some people I've seen that have played Honkai that have never touched it again in so long. They don't talk about it. They don't do anything, and I'm like, how do you do that? And they do that with so many games. I'm like, how? Maybe I need acting classes. No, I'm joking. I'm chill the way I am. It's only slightly annoying. Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, I missed the VTuber model. Oh, guys, I missed the VTuber model. Too much face camming. I missed the model. I like her. She's scuffed, but she's adorable. Speaking of which, I need to that secondary outfit. I feel like I can finish that. What did she look like again? Let me bring her up because she's been in the vault for a really long time. I was supposed to have that model finished, and I never did. Let me see. Can I actually put it into VTube Studio right now? All right. Cause she was like halfway rigged. Not even halfway. Like slightly rigged. I better have saved that. I better have saved that one. I swear to God, if I didn't save it when I restarted my computer, like factory resetted my PC, I'm gonna cry. Models, shrimp. Which version? I'm gonna see if I can. Um, where is she? I didn't put it into a. I have a CMO3, which is what I needed. Um, did I ever make a test version? Did I never put it into VTube Studio? I don't think it did. I don't have Live TD on my computer anymore, too. I need to download it again. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna download Live TD real quick. It's been a while since we've seen her. She's old. Um, mm-hmm. I can't believe I never made a test version and put it into VTube Studio. I'd made so many for this one. I made so many. Like when I was first making this one, I made so many different like versions. I was like, oh, I finished blinking. I put that in VTube Studio. I finished. I finished like head movements and stuff. I put it in VTube Studio. I made so many different things. Um. 話したいて聞いたのさ。I know なんか Okay, models. That's not the right one. Is this the right one? No, it's not. None of these are the right one. Did I not save it? I don't think I saved it. Oh my god, I don't think I saved it. Oh, okay. I found it. Okay. Save as. Picture atlas. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can get this old guy up and. Who says you ain't satisfied? Oh girl, who's to blame? Fingers locked in my side, mocking the bite. Oh girl, who's to blame? What I like and talk what I like, the feelings I like, a feeling alright. Oh, my up she calls it on fight. Oh, how will I like you a liar? Okay, I just want to see if we can like keep it. Wait, what? Oh, I can't even do it, even if I do all that. That's crazy. Mm. Oh, oh. Oh, who's to blame? My side, I'm walking nobody. Why did I get on my mind? I can't change it to dark mode, so we're just gonna have to keep it this way. I don't remember how to do it. Okay. You guys ready for flashbacks to the past? I feel like this is so old. Um, it's like August of I think last year. I think it said 8/23/2024 on the file like date. It's from that long ago. Okay. These are the physics settings. You guys remember her? She's in a void. She's in a void. Old. I don't have like as good of a zoom as I do in VTube Studio. See, I didn't even get to like doing any of the hair physics, so it's so stagnant. Like, look at her. Also, that nose is like way too much blush. I feel like, um, I've fixed that now. You feel old. You guys feel old. Look at that. Oh, it's kind of cropped. 1 second. She just doesn't have a mouth. She's just missing a mouth, literally, and she'd be like usable. Even though like the hair obviously needs work, she'd be kind of usable if she had a mouth. I could have gotten away with it. Um, I could get away with being lazy. Oh, I loved how her eye turned out. That's right. I remember that. And then I remember all of these. Oh wow, I was doing so much work on this one. Holy shit. The blunt bang. Oh right. Blunt bang. G hair off. The bun. Remember the bun? See, like I didn't even get to rigging any of like the back hair, so it looks super off. Um, Pony. It just all looks so off. Um, I was getting to up and down. I think up and down. I was like trying to figure out how to make that work, and side to side. That's what I was. I think I was like almost done with it. Oh, also, this was gonna be a toggle. Bulge. Bald. Bald. Baldwell. We all remember. We all remember it. It's so funny how like my character has changed so much over the years. Not over the years, over the year. The year. Okay. Um Jesus Christ. I almost give myself a heart attack saying that. Um cuz like ooh, like look at the Fuki, you know? Like that's current design. Me, this one. Uh this one. The middle first design, not first design, but we don't talk about the first design. This is first design. And then the second one's like second design. And then we have the Fuki, where I changed a lot of things. I will say I do like the horns in this design. A lot. They're very cute because I have like two different sets. And I can mix and match the two different sets. Or I can just have the little ones. But like, look at that. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, she's so cutesy. I look down on you, mortal beings. I think I also had. Oh, I didn't have a different eye. I was debating the idea of having a toggle for the button eye or no button eye. I don't think I ended up doing it though. But I was gonna have the other eye be a pink one. If I did take off the button eye, if I had a toggle for that. I didn't have the toggle though. I didn't make it. Bruh. Um. Bruh. Does it ever drive you crazy? Just how fast the night changes. Should I finish this one? Should I finish her? I feel like I should. I don't have Light 2D right now. She was always Okay, to be fair, I was planning on finishing her whenever I next needed to use live TD. So she's just gonna be like the last thing I finished. Last thing I did with live TD. Um so tight, let me go, no, no, not tonight. I need you to need me, man, do you feed me? Refreshing. And she doesn't even have a mouth. Where's her mouth? Money's so hot. Pull me up, I won't stop. And my soda pop, my soda pop. Mm-hmm. My little soda pop. We want the top. Oh my god, I'm gonna hit this up. I did really like the way I did her eyes, I will say. Um, if I was to revisit her, to be honest, I think I'd probably take away the stitch on her face and switch it to the current Vel stitch. If I were to try and finish her, because I don't like the way it looks right now. I'm not. Soda pop, pull me up, pull me up, I won't stop. My soda pop, my little soda pop. I don't think she does. Yeah, I didn't get to any of the body movements. Oh. Ooh. You're not supposed to see that. That's not supposed to be a thing. I will say it also looks different because it's the free version of Live 2D, so it doesn't look the way it should. Yeah, I feel like I should probably finish her. Just change the patch and the button eye to something that I feel like it is a little more my style. Or actually, probably just get rid of the button eye and the patch. Well, I can keep the patch, but I'd probably get rid of the button eye. Monday. Mm-mm. 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 No, not today. No desk time for you. See, it looks so wonky. It looks so off when she looks down. I think that's what I was struggling with. It's like making this part look look okay. That all looks weird. Um, yeah, that all looks wrong. Anyway, it was a small trip down memory lane. No more. Small trip down memory lane. I think that's where I'll end for today. Short yap sesh. Short yap session. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Persona 3 Reload. My friend just texted. Well, they didn't just text me. They texted me a while ago. They were like, "Do you want to go to the gym after school tomorrow?" I probably should. I've been meaning to. I've been putting it off with excuses. This is so funny. I've been meaning to go actually, but I've been putting it off. Take care. Have a good night. Yeah. You guys too. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. That's where we'll end. I hope you guys have a fun one. Oh, wait. If someone... Nope. Okay, cool. There's only one person I kind of want to raid. And it's, but they're never live at the times that I end, so... Not really anyone I know, super well, but it's just like, I know of them, and I feel like I want to. But anyway... I'll leave you guys to it. Have fun with whoever you decide to go to. Whatever you decide to do. Bye-bye. Probably sleep. Probably go to sleep because I'm going to go to sleep. Bye-bye.